Welcome back to episode 235 of the Tall Boy Radio podcast. And as we always say, who knows where it goes when the whiskey flows? That's right, folks. We're coming at you again, and we have another guest, and it is the second guest that we've had travel all the way from the US of A to TBR HQ. But before we introduce our guest, let's say hello to our two hosts. Gaza?
Yeah, evening all, evening the world. Really looking forward to this. I think the last time that we had a guest over from the States, I believe that we called the episode Drunken Ramblings, maybe 1, and then possibly Drunken Ramblings 2. I'm in a way, I've got to work in the morning, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn out that way. But you never know. We'll see where we go in about an hour's time. But no, really looking forward to this. Look, haven't chatted to this guy for a while. Really looking forward to what he's got to say about his travels and living abroad. So, yeah, bring it on.
Indeed. Dave?
Yeah, I think the drunken ramblings thing, you got to know there's 2 bottles of whiskey, large bottle of beer, some other bottles of stuff on here. So I think you're in a bit of trouble. Yeah, looking forward to this guest. Don't really know a lot about him. So it's going to be good to learn some things.
So, on to our guest. And for those of you who are unaware, Dave has a brother. Our favourite of the Cartledge brothers is Steve. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, I'm the only brother, really. So
The only brother that matters, really, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
The brother we really wanted on TBR, but you decided to go to America.
The elder brother.
The older, more wise, better looking, more intellectual.
Yesterday, he was talking about his boxer's face.
What?
He had a boxer's face he was telling the kids.
Oh, right. With a dog or a box?
I can't even remember why we were talking about that.
Oh, fair play. So, we call this episode Whiskey and Oatcakes. And I'm not sure if you remember why, but Steve was commenting on an episode and he said he was going to come on. And we said, you come on, we'll provide the whiskey and the oatcakes, and you'll be able. That's, to be fair, you've also provided the whiskey, so fair play to you, dude. I'm going to crack into that in a little bit. And for fans of beer, he's also brought America's finest beer for me, Pliny the Elder. And I've been trying to get my hands on this for a long time, so I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that one, dude. I'm very excited.
You are very welcome. Did you know, is it Pliny or Pliny?
I think we call it Pliny because we speak proper English. You now...
No, I still say tomato. Before you get into that.
Well,
I was just going to say, Pliny the Elder then. He was a Roman senator and author of natural history.
He was.
Oh, you were going to bring that up, weren't you?
I wasn't. No. I know a little about Pliny the Elder, but I think it's largely he had a very interesting. A lot of his theories were quite wrong, if I remember correctly. But he was an interesting.
Like flat earthers.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't go that far into it.
Yeah. So he was an interesting guy. So the reason why we've invited Steve on, because obviously, how many years ago was it now that you moved to the States?
It was 20 years ago. This year.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 years. Both my kids are left home working.
Wow.
It's kind of scary. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm the eldest here now. You know, sitting on this bench.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm the youngest. You wouldn't have predicted that, would you, looking at me?
Uphill paper round. 20 years. 20 years.
20 years.
Jesus.
We went in 2004.
I see. I mean, obviously, I don't remember the exact dates, but I sort of remember you saying you were going. It's like, oh wow, if everything works out okay. Was it a job? Was it Donna went for a job that was she doing some painting, or was it something to do with transfers or something? Just a highly skilled job or something?
Donna worked at Wedgwood,
right,
in Barlaston.
Yeah.
Was it Barlaston? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So anyway, our friend went over a couple of years before.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, they're looking for more hand liners.
That's it. Yeah.
Decorate the plate with
platinum
and gold.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, we'd be interested. So and it just all snowballed from there.
Wow.
She dragged us all over.
I remember just thinking, wow, that like to go over to another country, obviously, in terms of being a skilled worker and stuff, and an in-demand worker, that quite daunting, be quite exciting. You're thinking, crikey, it literally is like a whole new life.
It is. And when we moved over there, we moved in with our friends who were over there. And we stayed for them, I think it was about 6-7 months. And then, excuse me, can I just say, if everyone's looking up like this,
Your brother gave that away then. What was I saying about the most intellectual, better looking,
yeah,
most engaging brother that we've got?
obvious.
Dave's like this.
I won't tell anyone the score in case they're not watching it. Anyway, so yeah,
Before you get back to that, Steve, we've had a question from a viewer. Somebody called Albert. He said, "Why is there a short person on Tall Boy Radio?"
Are you referring to me, Albert? I mean, yeah, it's
Could
just
be
because
guys, to be fair.
it's the camera angle.
Camera
That's how it is.
angle.
Plus the seat slopes like this.
You're
So when
the-
Adam gets off, we all go up. But no. Can I carry on now? Thank you.
you can carry on, are you?
All right. So yeah, we stayed with friends for 6 to 8 months. We found our own house. We moved there when house prices were really high, so it took a little while to find something we could afford.
Yeah.
Because, everything we had
Yeah.
to move everything over there. It was a little upsetting for mum, dad. Dave wasn't that bothered. Sure.
Dave's like waving you away, like,
Yeah.
woo! Nice.
I can have the big bed.
I was literally going to say, I get his bedroom now. Happy. So did you put lots of things in storage, or literally did you just start again when you're over there? Or
We started again.
wow, really?
It was
Wow.
far too expensive
Yeah,
to transfer everything over there.
Right.
So we had to buy furniture, not so much clothes.
Yeah.
Because then days you could take a lot of baggage onto the plane.
yeah.
That's why Donna took me.
Yeah.
Hey.
But where are we? Bottom left.
Hold on, shall we do it again?
Was that the right one?
We'll find out.
For those of you listening on Spotify, there may or may not have been a sound effect then.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
So yeah, and we had to buy furniture, a car, and the first car we bought, it crapped out after 2 months.
Wow.
So we had to borrow money to get that done
Yeah.
off our friends. Because we didn't have that much money because we put a large deposit down as well on a house.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of.
So what was there any sort of package? Obviously, the work that Donna went to work for, the company that went to work, was there any sort of package that they put together for you to go over there? Was there any? Did they help you out, or was it just a case? No, we'll give you the job and then you sort everything else out.
There was a relocation.
Right. Oh, okay.
Which it wasn't that great, but it was good enough. Thank you, Picard China. Yes, we managed. It was tough at the beginning, the first couple of years.
Yeah.
But then you settle in, you join in, basically.
Yeah.
You do as the locals do.
Yeah.
You don't go out there and say, "Hey, I'm British," I'm special, anything like that.
I was going to say, how did you find? You sort of, you get there, you might have a job, and I know that Donna went and obviously had the job and stuff. But how do you go about sort of socializing and sort of almost? This is going to sound really weird, and I don't mean it in like a really derogatory way, but how do you go about finding friends? It's like, what do you do? Do you just go to the local boozer and sit in there and go, "Hi, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you," sort of thing? How did that work?
The kids went to school,
Right.
so obviously we go to the school for sports events, that kind of thing.
Right. Oh, okay.
How old were the kids?
20 years ago, Dave.
9.
Yeah, it's funny,
Surely you know that, Dave.
You're
20 years
nephew,
ago.
You should know.
Dave,
Well,
how old were the kids, Dave?
Becca, I think, was
9 and
4.
5.
4.
4.
5 for Becca. Jordan would have been 9.
9 and 5.
Yeah.
They're a very close family, I promise
Very
you guys.
close. Yeah. Just don't ask them when the kids' birthdays are. Well, because Becca told you.
I do know, but I was about to say, but then you shouldn't really disclose information like that on a widely listened to podcast.
Yeah,
To
global.
first, Rebecca.
Global. Top
Global
10%.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're on that, actually, thank you very much for whoever joined us from Serbia, 65th country.
Well,
Now
happy
listening.
days.
I know, yeah. Happy days.
Serbia. Who
indeed.
do I know in Serbia?
Know about Djokovic?
I think he's probably busy at Wimbledon
Yeah,
at the
not
moment.
really
Yeah.
busy.
You never know, Adam. But then it had to come up in London.
He's rude, isn't he?
He's what?
Rude. He obviously did. He
Have you
obviously
heard
didn't.
about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He obviously Djokovic didn't because he completely misinterpreted what the crowd were
Yeah.
doing. But hey, there we go. But no, I heard about that because it's a bit like if you watch the golf and they call that Luke, so Luke Donald, that Luke, and obviously they're going rude, and he
Yeah.
completely misinterpreted why boo me basically.
Yeah.
So
But he had the balls to say something. On
yeah,
court,
no,
didn't he?
and no, I fair play to him. I mean, and he's right. You know, he's an amazing player and all of this. Like, but yeah, no, absolutely, I don't blame him
Like I
for
say,
that.
we always root for the underdog. We
Indeed.
always have
That was a nice little detour.
there's your first left turn.
Just out of interest, then, Steve, you mentioned something there, like about fitting in and not acting like you. Do you think of yourself as English now or American?
English.
English, and your kids?
Dave laughs here.
Yeah. Well, let me ask Dave. How do you see the kids?
I'll start with Jordan first. He was 9, and he still has a predominantly English accent.
Oh, really?
Certainly when he's over here or you're talking to him, he has a bit of a twang. And I guess when he's in America, he sounds a little bit more. But when he's over here, especially if he spent a few days here, he goes almost entirely back to Stoke. Rebecca, we went over to, was it the first year you were there? We came over to see you when Becca was 5, I think.
Possibly.
And so in no time at all, she'd gone completely American and still is. Would I view them as, do I think they see them? I reckon Jordan definitely sees himself as British. I think Rebecca, if you were to ask her to pick one, and she's listening now, hopefully she's listening, she can try to get this wrong. I would say she sees herself as English first or British first, but probably American as well, because that is basically probably all she can remember.
Yeah.
But she does have a true American accent.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. If we went to order something on the phone over there, if Donna was ordering something, Rebecca, you ask them, you tell them what we need. Because sometimes they still don't understand us.
No.
Well,
with the
but it's
accent.
interesting. But you see, I think you've got.
Yeah.
I think you've got definitely got a twang now. You've
Really?
definitely. Oh, I've 100%. Yeah. Have you picked that up? Yeah, definitely.
I had a mouthful of beer then, but yeah.
Yeah, you do. I wondered what that noise was.
This whiskey's quite nice, actually.
That's a
The
nice
Japanese
whiskey.
whiskey.
Yeah, so tell us about the whiskey you bought then, Steve. What is it?
It was in a box.
It was in a box.
Yeah. It's called Toki Suntory Whiskey. Now, I got this from a huge place called Binny's Beverage Depot.
What? Sorry.
Binny's.
Was that a
Beverage-
depot or a depot?
Oh, that's the first one, wasn't it? Okay,
We're gonna keep a count here, folks. That's number 1.
Binny's Beverage Depot. I'm saying it as they pronounce it. Okay. And I've never tried it before, so I wanted to try it. And I think perfect place. Adam likes his whiskey. Adam likes his beer. Adam
He
likes
does.
his gin.
He does.
I've just got a problem.
So yeah, I figured I'd bring some over and try it, and it's pretty good.
I tell you, it is. And one of the things you said before at the start, it almost has a taste tequila to it, and it's got that. I can't put what the word is, but there's a twang. That's the
There's
word of
twang.
this episode. There is a twang of tequila to that.
Do they use grain? Don't they?
I don't really know. To be honest, I'm not a big tequila drinker. Is
Right.
the honest truth. I have drank it, and I know when my cousin came over, he bought a bottle of Tremaine, which is one that's aged in a whiskey barrel, a bourbon whiskey barrel. I tell you what, that one was an absolute beauty, so smooth. But is it made from like cactuses and stuff?
I'm not sure. I know tequila's out of a plant, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm sure it's like out of a cactus plant, agave or something like that. I don't know. If you know, comment on the episode because I don't.
No, we don't know.
No, but yeah, it has to be made in a specific place in Mexico. I know that much about it because when we had the guys on from Double Trouble, they were looking at the different spirits to make. We said, "Can you make a tequila?" The answer was no because it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And they wanted to do all their stuff based in Scotland, which is where they were based. So that's why they wouldn't do it.
So is that similar to champagne? You
Yeah.
can't call
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
champagne.
absolutely,
unless
yeah.
it's made in that region.
Yeah,
No, correct,
yeah,
yeah.
100%. That's exactly
And
right.
if
Yeah.
anybody is watching football, Cloche, is it Cloche or Colch?
Colch, is it?
Colch, that's the word. And yeah,
Yeah.
the lager has to be made specifically in that part of Germany.
Right.
There we go. More football related facts. So just Am I right in saying, and I might have made this up, dude? Did you plan on moving to America a little bit earlier, but it all got sort of protracted a little bit down to 9/11? Was it? Did that make the red tape worse?
That did throw a spanner in the works. See, I didn't say wrench. So yeah, that did. It slowed things down quite a lot. I think it was delayed.
Quite a lot.
In America, do they say that threw a wrench in the works?
No,
Didn't think so.
they may do. I haven't heard it. I just made that up. Though. Asshole. Anyway, but yeah, so it did get. I think it's a good year. It got delayed because we had to go through more checks. We ended up going down to London. We had to go to the US Embassy for an interview.
Right.
And they still let you in?
No, I know. I left her outside.
Yeah, Donna, no problem. Steve's like, please let me in. Please let me in.
The interview took like 10 minutes. That was it. Yeah, they just checked some documents saying, why are you coming over? You know, same as you get at customs. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And at the time, was it the case? I'm going to show my amazing memory now that Donna had the job to go to, and you actually weren't allowed to have a job when you first went. Is that right?
That rings a bell, but I didn't have a job. So I think possibly Picard China had to say, yeah, we're going to give him a job within a certain time. I'm not sure about that, but that would make sense.
Yeah.
And do you work there now? Is that where you went to work?
I work there. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, but I left there around about 2008, you know, when the world went to shit with the economy. So I left there because both of us were working there, thinking, well, one of them's got to leave.
Right.
Because if it closes,
you need another job.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
But then I moved back.
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah. I mean, the US economy now, how is it then, dude? Because we won't touch too much on politics because we've touched on politics a little bit lately. But tell us about life in the States, dude. What it is like politically, what it is.
It's a lot of bollocks.
It's a bit like politics over here, then, isn't it?
It really is.
Was that referring to the states, the economy, the politics?
The whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, we just had an election over here, and we had to vote for Rishi and the other guy, and they weren't great choices. If I'm honest, they weren't great choices over there. My perception, tell me if I'm wrong, but my perception of US politics is they need to move away from Biden versus Trump. Both those guys shouldn't be standing this time. I don't think. I think Trump's too divisive, and I think Biden. Well, I'll say it as it is. The poor guy looks like he's
ill.
He's like he's got dementia.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I mean, I was going to ask. Obviously, you spent loads of time in America, and the perception that we get, and we've got loads of guys that listen to us in America, and that they post various things, either pro-Trump or anti-Trump or pro-Biden, anti-Biden, or whatever.
I've only really seen pro.
Well, to be fair, I've seen pro-Trump. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I've pretty much only seen pro-Trump. But Biden comes across as, I suppose, in a way, quite a nice guy, but not really fit to run a country, if that makes sense. And
I don't know if he comes across as a nice guy.
oh no, well,
I
don't know.
got to be careful what I say. I mean,
yeah,
he's a little.
yeah. Is he a
strange.
little bit
He sniffs children.
touchy
He's
feely?
a little creepy though. He's a little creepy. How's that?
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He's okay. Okay, I didn't expect it to go down this route, but okay, there we go.
But no, Biden.
You don't have to, dude. All right,
I'm
steady.
firm on this.
All right, okay.
Just to say,
Now you're sounding like Biden.
Donna, if you're listening, Steve won't be coming home. Welcome here.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, to me, politics over there it's a two-horse race. It always has been.
Yeah.
You're either a staunch Republican and you'll never ever vote for the Democrats, or vice versa. It's never going to happen. They won't change their allegiance like people do here. Say, well, I'm going to give these a go.
So is it literally then, whether you're a Republican or whether you're Democrat, is how many Republicans or Democrats you can convince to actually go out and vote, as opposed to the swing vote, which is, well, I was these, but now I'm these? Is it literally just like trying to convince people to actually vote in the first place?
I think that's any politics these days, isn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
You know, younger people are so disillusioned
Yeah.
with politics. They see all politicians as liars. Is that fair?
Yeah.
There's
I think
100%.
I,
They,
I
they'll
think that's
just
a fair
say
point. Yeah.
anything that you want to hear, basically, to try and get your vote.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a fair point. I think fair. Yeah, fair assessment.
No, it's true, and I think it's the same in this country as well. The politics is a little bit different. You know, ours is certainly steeped in tradition, but I don't think the people who stand are any different. I don't think they're any different. Oh, don't get me on my high horse again.
No,
we did this last episode, didn't we? And
I know what you're saying. I mean, I think Dave said it. I mean, yeah, the colour's changed, but you're still going to get the same old shit.
Yeah.
They keep promising, yeah, we're going to fix this, we'll fix that. Okay, let's see it. Let's see that the proof is in the pudding, you know?
They made a massive move, haven't they, today? They've changed levelling up to local government in the name of the department.
Are they?
Massive
All right.
strides forward to change things. It's been great.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
I didn't. To be fair, I hadn't
And they're
picked
trying,
that
to give the mayors of the cities more power as well.
What could go wrong?
up.
Steve, remind me, because I can't remember. You can vote, can't you,
Who, me?
in America?
No.
None of you can.
Nope.
None of
No,
you.
we're
So-
None
not
of you?
citizens. We're still
So,
educated.
Have you not?
so is it not after a like? Is it not like a period of time? A period
Yeah.
of time that you then become
No, you
effectively
have to be a
nationalised?
citizen.
Oh, right. Okay.
You have to actually apply to become a citizen.
And have you not done that?
But you've got something, haven't you? What's the thing you have got?
We have a
You've done
green card, which basically
Yeah.
proves we're allowed to live there.
But you did a pledge and took a test and all that stuff, didn't you?
No.
Didn't you?
No.
All right.
Pledge the allegiance to the flag and all of
The
that.
kids do it in the morning when they were at school. They used to pledge the allegiance.
Yeah,
to
but
the
like
flag
this
and all that.
fuck.
But you've got permanent residence.
We have permanent residency.
That's the thing, I
We're a
think.
permanent alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right,
I knew there was
okay.
something that
Yeah.
meant you could stay
So
there.
like Alf.
Like what? Sorry.
Alf.
Alien life form.
Oh, that, yeah,
You
I
must
do
remember Alf.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
do remember Alf.
Yeah.
So does that? I mean, joking aside, does that mean that you get certain privileges or not other privileges? Are you? So you're
I
not
still
allowed to
have to
vote
pay
full.
taxes.
So well, yeah. So that I
Yeah.
suppose that's my point. Is like you've still got to pay taxes, but you pay taxes, but you're not allowed to vote. So is that not like contradictory almost? It's like we're quite happy to take your money, but you can't have a say in how we run the country.
Yeah, but they'll take me money and they'll put it in the roads, the schools,
Right, okay.
all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, yeah, don't get me on taxes. That pisses me off.
We'll come back to taxis. So is there anything else? Because you can own a gun and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
mean, I
I,
think-
I had a FOID card, a firearm identification card.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna buy a gun.
Do you,
but I
do you
never
not-
got round to it.
You don't own a gun.
No, I do not. own one.
Okay.
I just got the permit, so if I wanted to own one, I could get one.
So just out of interest, because that is one of the big differences between the UK and the US. Obviously, you lived in the UK, well, so far, slightly a larger part of your life. But
Yeah.
as time progresses, that will change, hopefully, God willing, and all that. But so what's your thought on gun ownership, dude? What America's attitude to guns? I know you got to go back there, so think carefully before you speak. But what's your take on it?
On guns, they're dangerous. They don't need them. I mean, you look at the amount of killings they have. You know, it's like they say, "Oh, the police killed so many people." You know, but these guys are carrying guns. You don't want to give a cop a truncheon. You know,
Yeah.
what's he going to defend himself? I'm sorry. Yes,
No,
and there is
Yeah.
stuff that goes wrong.
Yeah.
But the issue is when cops make a mistake, it's a pretty big mistake.
Yeah.
You know, but gun ownership in homes, if I remember this rightly, you have the right to protect your home.
Yeah.
And I always remember someone telling me, some friends we met when we first met them, and we said, if someone's trying to break into your home, if you've got a gun,
Shoot 'em.
shoot them, drag them in. They were in the house.
Yeah.
No, seriously. But
Wow.
that's the kind of attitude.
I know
It's
that.
nuts.
And it's
I
one
know
of
the Bo. You know, obviously Bo.
Yeah, it was one of the
Spoke
things he
about it,
said,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like when you go to Texas, the property lines are very clearly marked by the fences. The bottom line is, you shoot someone on that side of the fence, fair game. It's your fault. You shouldn't be on my property.
Yeah.
It's fair game. I'm
Yeah.
going to shoot you.
Yeah.
Don't come in here and cause trouble.
There was a shooting not far from where we live, probably about 5-10 miles away.
Right.
And some kids had driven up to a house, up the driveway, and the guy had come out. This is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Saying, get off my property, get off my property. And they weren't answering, they were just sitting in the car.
Yeah.
And he shot.
Wow.
Did he get in trouble for it?
he got off with it.
There you go. There's a video. There's a great video. I think it's a flop. No, I'm saying great. Probably should choose my words more carefully.
And quite graphic and harrowing.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. But it's a Florida police officer, and he's basically saying there's a guy, and he was committing a breaking and entering crime, and he'd been shot and taken himself to the hospital, but wouldn't say where he was shot physically, but that he did admit to breaking and entering. And basically, they were saying the guy who shot him, you want to come forward, I promise you. You aren't going to be in any trouble for it. You come down on a Saturday, we'll give you shooting lessons, and next time you won't get away with it. Increases efficiency, is that? Well, that's an interesting take. That is an interesting take. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, had America not had guns in the first place, there's your argument there for having no guns, because of shootings. That said, there are that many guns now that if you were to take them out of the system, there's so many guns that aren't in the system, aren't known, that have been sold illegally.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it? Everyone says, ban guns, ban guns. You're never going to get rid of the guns.
No.
Yeah.
Illinois, not Illinois. Donald asked me to tell you. It's not Illinois.
It's Illinois.
I know. Yeah,
Say it.
sorry.
Come on, Adam. Say it.
It's Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois. Yeah.
We had two guys on. We had two guys on as guests, and they're from Peoria, Illinois.
Illinois.
And we called them the boys from Illinois. And it's just sounds good.
Okay. Right. So there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason.
No, I mean, look for
I forgot
me.
what I was.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, for me, the guns is
Oh, the issue with
Yeah.
guns.
yeah.
Right.
So I just think, look, it's one of those.
Relying
Just
on
like
Dave's memory, we're in trouble.
loads of people have got guns.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely okay if I then go and get one and just add to the number of people who've got guns. So I'm a bit like, well, I need a gun to protect myself from the guy that's got the gun. Well, that to me seems just a little bit backward in thinking. It's like, can we not just educate people in actually that? And I know America's allegedly trying to educate people in terms of guns are wrong and stuff, but to get into that mindset, I can't put myself in that mindset of I'm going to need to buy a gun to protect myself from the people that have got guns. And I know, Bo, if you're listening, whether you are, whether you're not, he will happily argue that with me, sort of thing, in terms of why we need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I just don't fathom that.
No, we can't because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
To them, it makes total sense. And the bottom line is, like you say, if you ban guns tomorrow, every bad guy out there
We'll still have a gun.
has still got a gun.
Yeah.
So it's about arming the good guys,
And-
not about
yeah.
arming the
And
bad guys.
it's part of the Constitution, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
you have a
the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
The right to bear arms, as I understand it, is not so much you have a right to gun ownership. What it protects against is the government taking the gun ownership away from militia, so that they can't be controlled. That's the idea.
Oh,
behind
okay.
being in the
Right.
Constitution,
Okay.
as
The
I
Yeah, yeah,
issue
understand it.
is everyone interprets the Constitution completely different.
Yeah.
That's like any law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's open for
Yeah.
interpretation.
Any law in any country,
Yeah.
it's open to interpretation a lot of
And
times.
that's why Trump keeps trying to get off with things.
God, we're not going to Trump. And we should remember that it was probably people from this country that took the guns over to mainly get rid of the Native Americans to start with, and introduce them to the whole continent or the whole land anyway. So,
Oh yeah,
probably
yeah.
our fault.
I think a lot of the problems worldwide are our fault. You will not hear me argue against that. And hello, Mike from the Grey's Tap Room podcast. Nearly said happy hour again. They got in trouble for that last time, didn't they?
Yeah, don't say that.
No.
Mike, how are you, pal? You okay?
Yeah. Cheers for watching, dude. Appreciate it. So, dude, whiskey then. Whiskey in the States. You got your Japanese whiskey here. We've got an Irish whiskey. Conor McGregor's Proper 12 we've got for you to try later. That is the unofficial whiskey at Tall Boy Radio, just for the record. American whiskey. Sorry, Scotland. It's the best in the world, isn't it?
Now there's a shout.
I am not a fan of bourbon. I haven't tried it in a while, and I'm not.
Don't look at me. I hate the stuff. I'm just
Jack
drinking it
Daniels,
because we're on
Jim
Tall
Beam.
Radio.
I'm not a fan of it. I like my Jamesons, my Irish, and I like Scotch, and I kind of like Japanese now.
Yeah, Japanese whiskey's good.
Yeah,
Japanese whiskey is good.
but I can drink it, but to me, it's too rough for me.
Oh, dude, no. I love American whiskey. It's rough, but there's a sweetness to it as well. I love American whiskey, dude. Have you tried the Proper 12, by the way, before?
No, pour me a glass. There's another glass there. I'll just get two on the go.
What's Southern Comfort in this bracket of bourbons and
It's
whiskeys?
a liqueur.
It's neither.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing to do with it whatsoever. No, to be fair,
You
no, it's a
wouldn't know.
derivative, isn't it?
It's a
No,
liqueur.
it's a
If
derivative,
got
isn't it? Yeah.
champagne.
Yeah, so it's a whiskey based on.
Ah, whiskey based. That's whiskey then. That's wrong.
Thanks, Catherine.
Just for listening on the radio,
Right.
that's about 6 measures in one
Yes.
glass.
Thank you, Adam. Cheers.
Pleasure. Let me know what you think of that one. Again, this is an Irish whiskey, so it's triple distilled by their nature. It's nice and smooth.
It's a completely different
Oh,
colour.
that is
It is a
smooth.
completely different colour, isn't it? Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, I'm not a massive whiskey fan,
Try
and I
that
don't
one.
drink it at all. But that's very light coloured,
Yeah.
whereas obviously you can
That's
tell
right.
the difference there. Mike, by the way, yeah, we'd absolutely love to get you back on, and we'll love to sort of join you. So whenever you're ready, cheers.
Indeed. Yeah, Mike. Have a word with Tabby. We'll make it happen, dude. We'll make it happen. We're busy over the summer, but we will get you back on. Not a problem. So yeah, what do you make of that one?
He's cleansing his palate with the Guinness.
Just again for those that aren't watching the video, listening on audio. This
Oh,
I was just trying the whiskey. I don't drink and I don't drink whiskey, and it's they described it as smooth. But actually, I thought it was a lot rougher than the Japanese one.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah.
You need to try a different one.
Say when.
You ready?
Now Gaz is
When-
just having a glass.
Gaz is
poured
trying it.
or
Okay.
School night.
Oh,
We did a very famous episode here. Like we were guested on.
Oh.
We guested on a podcast. Or did they guest on? I can't remember. We got absolutely leathered. And when I say we got absolutely leathered, I mean Gaz got utterly leathered to the point where he
No, that
couldn't
wasn't
speak.
whiskey, though, was it?
what were you drinking?
Black Russians.
It's black. Yeah.
We-
So we guested on a podcast, and it was a quiz themed thing, and all their fucking questions were about chairs. Wait,
How can you have
chairs.
So many questions about
Chairs, like not general knowledge on it. It was like I asked some questions, and there was one question on Marvel, there was one question on sport, one question on whatever. Their first question. In 1463, the emperor of such and such and such and such had this chair made. So what was it called? Fuck off! I don't know. Do you know what I mean? And basically, I just got shit faced on the
Couldn't remember what
episode.
it was called.
Genuinely no idea.
We got through in the space of about, I think it was about an hour
Dude,
and
it's
a half.
bad, wasn't it?
We bear in mind we're drinking beer as well. We got through an entire bottle of vodka and half a
Oh.
bottle of Tia Maria.
So, was anyone able to understand what you were
No.
actually talking
No.
about?
It
or
took him
saying?
half an hour to get home, and he
He
lived
only lives next
I know,
door.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, Steve. Yeah. I remember.
Wow.
I remember. It's sort of. I was sort of drunken ramblings, and one the famous quote was that they had a go at me, and I was like, "Well, my Marvel bullshit is better than your chair bullshit," and literally like proper pissed off. And Kim come down and it was like, "Oh my god!" Literally, I can't speak, I can't walk, I can't like, and it took me ages, and I got him. And let's just say the doghouse wasn't quite big enough for me to get in, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I've been left to sleep on a wall before now. And I've been drunk. I think it was Spain. We before we had kids, obviously we didn't leave the kids there.
BC before children.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
were
We all
walking
know
there.
them times.
We were walking home and I just thought, I need to lie down. I just lay down on this wall. Donna looked at me, carried on walking. They were the days.
That one's better than that one, by the way.
For the proper 12?
Yeah, I
Really?
prefer the proper 12. Yeah.
Well said. That was another good description for those that are listening. on
Sorry.
video.
That one's better.
That
than
one's
that
better.
one.
The proper 12 is better than the Tokai, however you pronounce that. So yeah, proper 12 is better.
I like proper 12. I think it is same as you, Steve. I like my Irish whiskey. It's
Yeah.
nice and smooth, triple distilled. Can't fault it. But I do like Japanese whiskey. And the thing about the Japanese, when you think back to when they started making motorcycles, they took American motorcycles, they took English motorcycles, they looked at them and they improved them. I'm not saying, listen, Scotland, I apologize in advance. I'm not saying they did that with a whiskey, but the Japanese make a damn good whiskey. You've got to respect that. It's a decent whiskey. Really good whiskey.
It was good. For the first one I've ever had, it makes me want to try a slightly better one.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's a pretty good one. No, the Suntory whiskey is a pretty good one.
Jordan got me that for my birthday.
Oh,
Because I asked him to go and get me a bottle because we didn't have it in my local place. I was
Yeah.
browsing online or surfing the internet.
And they didn't understand you when you were asking for it.
And he bought me that, and I said, "Oh, thanks, I'll give you the money." And he says, "No, you're fine. Have it for your birthday." I said, "Well, I'm going to share it with Adam, Gaz, and maybe your Uncle Dave. Will be such a and have a drink." I've got to be careful because he's driving me home.
Yeah. Wise.
Just for the record, I'm the one here with a perfectly healthy liver.
Hey,
You
mine's
don't know that.
perfectly healthy and
You
safe
don't
in the
know
pickle
that.
jar.
When was the last time you got your liver tested?
Okay, odds are in my favour.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. You see,
It's over.
no further questions, Your Honour.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Healthy livers are overrated. Let me tell you. I apologise.
You got two of them. Oh no, have you?
No,
You
no,
got kidneys
no,
on?
no,
Yeah.
no,
Okay,
no,
maybe anyone.
It's funny enough, like, because I have high blood pressure. I always remember this. Like, so I had to have a scan on my kidneys just to make sure that they function. And first of all, they did it was an ultrasound. And I remember saying to the woman, like, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And like, she already
They say how many times have you heard that?
I know. I thought that, but she looked utterly frustrated. And then she goes, "Well, you'd be pleased to hear you got two kidneys." It's like, I'm not pleased at all. I just presumed that was a case.
You weren't drugged and had one donated.
Yeah,
were you?
Actually, I had a girl who worked for me years ago in Winsford who had 4 kidneys.
What?
She had 4 kidneys. Yeah, she had 4
There's a
kidneys.
joke here.
No.
somewhere. Oh, sorry.
Has she been the
Oh,
boxer?
No. God bless her. God bless her. She donated 2 of them.
Fair play.
And were they
How much
full-size
did she get?
kidneys?
I didn't ask that question. How does she?
You've only got so much room in.
Well,
Oh,
that's
no,
true.
actually, because the person that she donated to, if it's the same person, they probably have 4 now because they don't tend to take them out when you have a kidney transplant.
Is that
They
right?
just put new ones in.
Oh, really?
So what happened? Did they just sit there? Did they like dissolve? Right?
No, they just sit there and stay unproductive.
Which is
I'll be at work tomorrow.
is it your liver?
Why just tomorrow?
Fair play. Fair play. Is it so? Which one is it that is it? This is going to sound really bad. Is it your kidney or your liver that it like regenerates itself, and then the other one
The
once
liver
it's damaged,
regenerates.
it's like knackered. It never does regenerate.
Well, I
sort of
think
thing.
your liver regenerates, but if you
Yeah.
drink enough whiskey,
Then you
sort of-
knack it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can.
And over a period of time, it can sort of heal itself and get better and
Yeah.
better. But if you're constantly like caning it,
Yeah, so
then-
that's why you stop on Tuesday, carry on Wednesday.
That's it. Perfectly fine.
I wish I could have remembered the guy that sang the song on Monday. Took for
Oh,
a drink on what was his name?
Oh,
Come on, what's his name? Dave.
Sing it
It
again.
was the guy who wet the bed.
You got to sing it again.
Oh, guys.
What's his name? Carry.
Proper
I've got
bow.
the mic.
Proper bow.
Bo selected guy.
Yeah,
Craig
yeah.
David.
Craig
David. Craig David. That's the guy. So I drank on Monday and I drank on Tuesday. I had a rest on Wednesday and then I carried on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Anyway, yeah. Craig David it was. There you go.
Never heard of him.
That's the second left turn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
One
onto the left.
One thing we definitely have to ask then, dude, because Gaz and I in October heading down to the
Woo!
Tottenham Hotspur
Did
Stadium.
you get tickets?
We
Yeah, we're
have
gonna
got
watch that.
tickets.
Believe it or not, I asked my boss because he has friends.
Yeah.
I said, "Can you get me a couple of tickets for the Bears at Tottenham?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Fuck off."
you kept me hiding literally for half a second. Like, oh,
I did ask him though, and he said, "No,
we
he can't get them."
well, we had to use a resale site, so our tickets ain't the best, but you know, we
Yeah.
overpaid from a little bit.
Yeah,
we
but
ain't
you're
been.
there.
We're not. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah,
been
well,
for
I
5 years,
immediately
6 years.
thought of you two.
We-
I
we-
really did when I was looking when they were on sale. I said, "I'm coming over. I can
Yeah.
get them."
we haven't been for a few years just because we've had difficulty getting tickets and stuff. And
So are you
Um,
going to avoid escalators?
I'd like to. I'd
yeah.
like to avoid breaking my skull.
yeah,
I
yeah,
really
you
do.
need to be careful. But no, so we're going to go and we're going to look forward to it, and it'll be sort of first time in a few years, wasn't it? Really, that we've been down, and there'll be us two and
First time
Andy.
since JJ's been born, so 6 years. dude.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
Are you staying
Wow.
the night before? Or
Yeah.
Are you just going to go the same day?
No, so we normally go down on sort of Saturday morning, basically get
I was gonna
shit
say, are you gonna
faced
get
in.
shit-faced
Yeah, we
obviously,
normally
and
yeah.
miss the game?
No.
No, hopefully not.
No, we normally have a few beers on Saturday and then stay over Saturday night, then go to perhaps in and around whether it's Wembley or Tottenham or wherever the stadium is, couple more
Right.
beers, go to the game,
Couple.
jump on the train
Oh,
home.
dude.
Couple.
Yeah,
Gaz is going to be wrestling dwarves again.
undisputed belt.
Yeah. Let's put his undisputed
Thanks for
title
that
back on the
photo, by
line.
the way.
Did that take some explaining to Jenny, by the way?
Yes, very much so. And then at which point she said, "So what are you doing in October?"
When is the game?
I don't know, dude. October sometime. I've got the weekend off.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think you might need a week.
Yeah, yeah. I'll let you in hospital afterwards.
No, look, you know, we've been a number of times now, and we really enjoy it. We're both massive NFL fans, so
Yeah.
it, like I say, we haven't been for a number of years, so really looking forward to it. No doubt there'll be some shenanigans going on the Saturday. To be fair, the best one that we went to was the first one. Really, I think was they had like a fan rally in Trafalgar Square, and if you got tickets for the game, you could get into the fan rally. They've
Right.
now changed that to say that everybody can go to the fan rally, basically. So they closed like Regent Street over the last few years, and you can just mooch around and stuff. But the first one, you could only get in if you got a ticket for the game. So it is a proper like enclosed like atmosphere, and there was singers, there was dancers, there was DJs, that like proper good atmosphere in Trafalgar Square. It's decent money.
Yeah,
That was.
it was been.
Do you
Yeah.
think they'll ever do the draft in London?
Ooh.
Do you know?
That would be cool, though, wouldn't
It
it?
would be
Actually,
cool.
that might be quite cool.
I don't know how practical it is, but yeah.
I think you probably could. I mean, look, we've done loads of episodes where we've talked about, and obviously our American guests and friends and stuff will talk about American football. And we've said, will there be a franchise? Will there be a London franchise? Is there going to be international games and all of that sort of thing? Will the Super Bowl ever be outside of America? And actually, the draft nobody's mentioned, but actually,
No,
that's
that's a
not
good
a
shout.
bad shout.
No,
That to be
it's
fair,
not.
Steve. Yeah, I don't mind the concept of that because Roger Goodall, if he's still in situ, whatever, can do it. But you've just got all the people in America still
Yeah.
just responding to what he's saying. So
Yeah.
that's actually not a bad shout, to be fair. Mike, if you're still listening, I don't know what your thoughts are. Just hit us up. Just let us know what you think.
Yeah, definitely.
Steve, do you actually like American
Oh,
football?
I was going to be my next question about American sport. I want to hear about American sport.
You know, I do like it. I understand it. Better than Dave.
that's pretty much a given.
Well, I was going to say that's
But-
not actually that hard, is
But
it?
I
Really,
know
to be fair.
every season.
just rugby
it
with pads,
starts
isn't it,
and
American
I'm
football?
watching it. I have to explain the rules to Donna. Sorry, Donna, but I do. You know, and I do enjoy it. It just gets stop. You're watching the
Boring.
commercial adverts all the time.
No, but when you're at the
That's
game,
what puts people off, though. Isn't it?
Yeah,
It
but
puts-
like
it
I
put-
say, when you're at the game.
when you're at the
it's different.
game, it's different because if you're watching on TV, you've got commercial breaks, and actually, and this is a real difficult concept for people who like football, English football.
I know what you mean.
They don't cut to commercial break. So in America, the game will stop because the networks have to go to a commercial. So literally the game will stop.
They do that in hockey, ice hockey.
Really?
The TV stations will say to the ref or whoever,
Yeah. Stop the game.
we need commercial break.
Need a
And
timeout.
they have
30-second timeout, minute time,
which is
whatever.
nuts.
Yeah, it's
It's
stupid.
mad. It's
But
And-
it just goes to
Think
show
about
that
it,
the
that is
money.
why- Sorry, I'm over talking you.
No, go on.
Think about it. Why do you think soccer hasn't?
The only way you get a word in, Steve.
Think about it. Why has soccer never took off?
What?
In-
What? What?
Oh shit!
What?
Listen,
Football. Why is English football, soccer?
no, it's fine. I work for an English betting company, but we call it soccer.
Do you?
We call it soccer.
That's what
You
bollocks as well.
Do you
heathen.
know where it comes from, soccer? Do you know why it's called soccer in America?
No, carry on.
Because in England we had football, and then you had rugby, which was also called football. So then
football, yeah.
rugby football, and then when they went to America, they also had rugby football, so they needed a different name. And we in this country started to call it soccer to differentiate between rugby football, and then it became a nickname in this country, and then it went over to America. So
Did you memorize all that?
Came from here first.
Well, don't knock, Dave. This is the first fact he's ever shared on Talbot Radio. It's been interesting.
Yeah.
Who says it's right?
Good point.
Hey, mate,
Good point.
up. But anyway, I was gonna say, well, the keeper's out a bit. But sorry, we're not watching the football. Seriously.
You were
But I
going to
was
say
gonna
what, Steve?
Why do you think soccer/football is not that popular with the network?
Yeah, because you can't stop it halfway through.
Correct.
Absolutely,
You've
yeah.
got to do the 45 minutes. So you got your 15, another 45.
And I suppose, like in ice hockey, what did you do? Play 3 periods of 15, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, is it? Is it an hour ice hockey? 3
It's-
periods of 20
yeah.
minutes. So
Yeah.
But after 50 minutes, you can cut to a commercial. Whereas I suppose soccer, as you call it, is 45 minutes.
I
So
don't
then
call it
over
soccer.
football,
Thank you.
So it's 45 minutes with injury time, probably
Yeah.
close to 50. So
But I think that's what I like watching American football, but for like an hour game, how it lasts what 2.5 hours? 3
yeah,
hours?
that's great. Isn't
How
it?
much is that ball in play? You know?
An hour.
I tell you what, though,
Yeah.
I bet it's in play. I bet if you looked at how much the ball is in play in American football compared to 90 minutes of
Yeah, it's a
English
valid point.
football, how much the ball is in play. Because
I think it's comparable.
I do, because I think in a 90-minute football game, the ball is in play for,
About an hour, isn't it?
I was going to say about 55,
Yeah.
55 minutes an
It
hour.
is.
Whereas in American football, the ball is in play for however long the ball's in play, because whenever the play is dead, they stop the clock. So effectively, you probably do get about an hour's play for an hour's game, if that makes sense. 4 quarters of 15 minutes is about that, isn't it? Give or take.
I'd say so.
And yeah, you get
It
run
feels
outs.
like 12 minutes, to be honest.
Possibly saying you get you run outs with your third and fourth downs and all that
But-
sort of things. But I take your point. But when you're there, it's such a good experience, because in the commercial breaks and in the timeouts and stuff, obviously you get your drum lines and you get your t-shirt cannons and you get all the other stuff. Cheerleaders, which is
We
an
actually
absolute
caught one of them
bonus.
once.
You see, we've never caught one. We've
No,
never.
we
Oh no,
we got
we
one.
did we?
How did
I
you
thought
catch a cheerleader?
No, t-shirt.
She
I
jumped on a
caught a
trumpet.
t-shirt and it was medium.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
Which
Was it
year
like
was
wearing
that?
a halter top for you?
I mean, it was basically a bra.
Was that when the which was it? Was that when the German guys were in front of us? Was that year?
No.
Where
it
were-
was- we looked out, I think, with the seats one year. And it's me, you, and Andy. I'm sure it was me, you, and Andy. We got a t-shirt. We gifted it away because it's like
That's not
Yeah.
going to fit you.
none of us boys are medium. None of us boys are medium.
I got a question for you, Steve. It's testing my memory now, but I'm sure when we still lived at home, so when we were both teenagers, you used to have American Football magazine delivered.
Here. Yes, I
when you
did.
lived here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to get them when they were £1.20 a week.
Oh,
Get all 40 or 50 or 60 episodes.
yeah.
You know,
Called
Yeah.
editions.
As opposed to
yeah, episode editions, whatever.
as opposed to now, it's like
Yeah.
first edition is like $1.99. The rest of them are like
Like
$9.99.
$8,
Yeah,
$8,
and you add it up,
£8.
you're like, shit, I'm going to spend about $1,000 here collecting all of these things. You know.
$8 of my money.
But no, I did. I really did.
Wow.
I forgot about that. So you just said that.
Got a great memory, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, I used to get. I think I'm sure it was called First Down magazine or something like that. It was decent. Yeah, it was decent. It's a shame, actually, to be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. American football has really, really taken off in the UK. It's
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous, and we can testify because we've tried to get tickets to the last few games and have been unsuccessful. And this year, Gaz found them on a resale site, and we just said, let's just do it.
So
Didn't
did you
sell
go
them.
online right as they were being sold?
No, because
normally
so
with the three of us
normally we
been on,
do,
haven't we?
and so myself, Adam, and Andy normally jump on our laptops at the day the day of the sale. And Adam said something like, "Oh, tickets are available tomorrow," and I think he sent me a photo or whatever it was. So I jumped online, and then it came up and it said like Bears tickets available, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So then jumped on a resale site.
Right.
Because I'm making an assumption that they've been obviously purchased elsewhere and now he's reselling them. And we got 3 together, probably paid a little bit over the odds.
I think we paid about 50 quid over the odds on the seats.
But-
I'm okay
But
with
if
that.
you enjoy it,
But
then
having
it's an
said that,
experience,
the-
isn't it?
Yeah.
There's 3 of us together. We haven't been for 5 years. It's going to be a great weekend. So it is what it is, And okay, it's probably 50 quid. We booked a hotel. Andy is never booking a hotel again.
After the hostel.
After the hostel, and it was actually the hostel, and there were various people with
You seen
like
the film The Hostel?
machetes
Oh, yeah.
and various other
Yeah,
things.
That's where we stayed.
That's where we say, yeah,
That's
yeah.
in Poland or somewhere.
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm-
London.
No, yeah, definitely London.
I walked into the room, and there was literally a bed, no sink, no toilet,
That's why
no bathroom.
That's why you pay 50 pence.
There was a bed and a bin, and that was it.
What
And
was
you're
the bid
like-
for?
You're like, what? What's the bid for?
Yeah.
No, there's nowhere to hang your clothes up. There's no sink. You're like, Andy, you're never booking a hotel again, ever. So yeah, it was bad.
It was
It
bad.
was bad.
It was worse than that.
It looked nice outside, but you walk through, you're like, and then the owner, he said, I don't know, what did he say? It's like, it's £70, but if you're paying cash, it's like 50. So okay, I'll pay cash then, shall we?
Yeah.
It's like proper dodgy.
Ignore the sound of the chainsaws and the drills. and stuff.
Honestly, Steve,
No,
it's horrendous.
We turned up and literally they were all covered in paint, stuff like they were covering up a crime when we first arrived.
Was it red paint?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It was proper grim. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Proper
Yeah,
grim.
so we sort of made a vow then at that point that Andy's never ever going to book a hotel. And to this day, he'll go, no, but it was all right. We got a good deal. It's like, well, did we? Did we
Yeah.
really?
We got a question out if you want to put it up, or a statement.
Do we?
Somebody called Donna. Steve,
Uh-oh.
you may know her. She's back at home.
What? I didn't see that.
She's saying high school football is massive. But I don't actually know if she means
No,
American
it is.
football.
I'm assuming she means
Football.
American. Is
Right.
that college football? Is that what she's
Right.
talking about?
High school football is big.
American football.
Yeah.
American football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
High school American football is big. We used to go because Becca and Jordan were in the band. They wouldn't
Right.
play football.
Yeah.
You know, they were too not sporty in that way.
If you're watching, he still loves you.
Hi, Becca. Hi, Jordan. I love you. But yeah, and the bleachers were always full. The stands
The what,
always
sorry?
full.
The what?
The bleachers. Well, what do you call them?
Yeah, bleachers. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
benches.
No, bleachers.
Well, if you want to call them benches, that's fine.
We know. People know
Yeah.
what the glitches are. Dave doesn't. but we know what
I only know because he mentioned it yesterday and I asked him what they were.
Anyway,
I know.
what was I saying?
Bleachers
Yeah,
were
they were
full.
always full.
Yeah.
You know, and it was great. It was fun. And then there were, let me finish. And it was fun. And yeah, sorry, cats.
we need you on every week, Steve.
How'd you do that?
He's a guest. You two douchebags don't care, but he's
What?
a guest.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Last year, when I was making comments on there, and you were insulting the guest about the whiskey.
Who
Remember?
cares?
Yeah, it's whiskey. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
no.
Dave said, "Don't insult the guest."
It's only Steve. It's fine.
Exactly. So yeah, high school football really big because that's where they really start. The scouts go. College football is massive. The stadiums are bigger than some of our football league stadiums.
Yeah. It's
It's nuts. But that's why college fees are so expensive. It's to pay for the football.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I saw some of the stadiums when I was in Texas. It was
Oh, and that
incredible.
is huge down there. They did
Oh.
that TV series, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wore my Oklahoma Sooners t-shirt over there. Not a popular decision.
No, probably not.
No, yeah, it's mad. So if there was one game, so I'd love to see the NFL in the States, but if I was going to go to one game, I'd love to go to Virginia Tech when they play Enter Sandman when the team comes out. Have you ever seen the videos of that?
No,
Oh
God,
my
no.
days, have a look on YouTube. When their team comes out, it's college football, but when their team comes out and they play Enter Sandman, the whole stadium is
Yeah.
literally bouncing.
You can feel the tremors.
Oh
I'm telling
god,
you.
it makes honestly, you watch, it makes the hair on the
Really?
back of your neck stand.
It's
Incredible.
weird because you look at it and you think even like your town teams or your local teams, like it's almost like the whole village, the whole town, the whole community just go to the game, and it's a proper like focus of the whole community, isn't it? And you'll get the guys that
It
play
is.
and they'll go to the high school and the whole and you've got like thousands of people just watching like what is the equivalent of our like secondary school, like a high school.
It is.
Football
And
match,
they have
incredible.
barbecues going,
Yeah.
all sorts. You know, you're paying an admission fee.
Yeah.
It's that popular, you know? They're going to make money off it.
All
But
right.
have you ever seen the Army-Navy game?
Yeah, well, so we signed the Steelers. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. We had like Villanueva who played in that game. You know what I mean? So he's
Yeah.
6'9". He's a war hero. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He saved people's lives, and he played in that game. So yeah, I've watched a few of those games just back on YouTube from when he played with us. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's a beast of a game. Yeah,
It's
incredible. So other than the American football, dude, what about baseball? Does that interest you at all?
Baseball is even slower than football, but I like watching it, you know? I could watch it, flip the channel over, watch it. You know, when the White Sox, Chicago White Sox, when they won the
World Series.
That's the one. Do you know why it's called? Do you know why it's called the World Series though?
Because only American teams play. No, I'm joking.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I believe it was because of a newspaper that used to fund it.
Right.
A
Okay.
newspaper or a TV channel used to fund it, and that's why it was
Okay.
called the World Series newspaper or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There you go.
I've had quite a bit of whiskey, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Jordan played baseball, didn't he?
He played baseball. He was quite good at it.
What was which position did he play?
He was he shortstop for a little bit, and then he went to outfield.
That's a
What's
position.
wrong with that?
That's a position. What are you
That's
laughing at, dude?
position.
Dave, that's
I
horrendous.
thought you were taking the mickey.
Because he was short. He's not short. Well, okay, he's a little challenge.
Jordan, he does love you. He does love you, Jordan.
Your Uncle Dave really does love you.
Yeah.
And what's the Becca play? She played 3 sports, didn't
Becca played field hockey and goals.
Yeah.
Kicked off because she was abusive to the referee.
she? Good girl.
Yep, well done.
Proud of you.
She played football, soccer, whatever you want to call it these days.
Did you play high hockey or did Jordan?
And
play
they
Ice
both
hockey?
played
Nice.
Ice hockey.
ice.
Ice hockey.
Well,
So, talking of kids, then, what was the education like for the kids compared
That's
from
a good
when they
question.
came from here and went to there? Because my view was always that you lived in Stoke-on-Trent, not perhaps in the best of areas, and the schools would have just been
hell.
no, but yeah, the schools would have been.
I know what you're trying to. Yeah.
A state school.
How's he
and-
working Stoke-on-Trent in the school?
Yeah, it's not the best area.
let me finish. And just we're talking 20 odd years ago, the opportunities just in a state school in England are probably my understanding, my view is the
Well-
opportunities were completely different from what the kids had when they went to America.
Becca, if I remember right, was only in primary school when we left. Was it primary school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was great. She loved that. Jordan, I can't remember where he was, to be honest. But the education system over the US is good.
Yeah.
Is it good for world education? How do I explain
Quite
it?
insular.
Yeah, that's the word.
So in America, you learn a lot about American politics,
Exactly.
American history,
American history,
as opposed to
even though it's 300 odd years old.
yeah.
Not
But
exactly
as opposed to world.
world history.
Yeah.
Correct.
I get that. Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that, yeah.
but it's a good education.
Yeah.
And it gets you where you need to be
Yeah.
in the US. And they both came out with good jobs. You know?
They've
Which-
done well.
that's all you can
They've
hope
done
for.
well.
They've done very well. I'm very proud of them. And I love you both. Why are you laughing?
I was going to say in
It's like you
terms
have to justify it, is what I enjoy.
in terms of America, then, because in this country the perception is that, whether it's right or wrong, but the perception is that we need more trade, so we need more plumbers and sparkies and carpenters, and we need more people going into trade.
Right.
Is that the case in America? Is it it's very trade heavy, very trade dependent,
I
or
would
is it you typical, like you're very high flying, sort of, we need loads of sort of bankers and
The way I
solicitors and
saw
stuff?
it, the way I see it over there is you go to kindergarten, you go to your middle school, you go to high school, you have to go to college.
Right?
It's all about college,
Really?
really. And you forget about the trades. You
Oh,
forget
okay.
about your plumbers, you forget about your carpenters and
Really?
metalworkers.
So is
and all
that like a real niche thing that if you
I think
were
so.
into that, you could make quite a nice living
You
out of
could.
it, and you could
And they do make a lot of money out of it. Because
Right,
it's all
okay.
unionized.
right? Okay.
And
Wow.
yeah, you don't have to go to college if you don't need to.
No.
If you think you're going to do good at carpentry, you always need carpenters. You
Yeah.
always need builders.
Yeah.
story.
Absolutely.
True
Yeah.
story.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, you don't need bloody politicians, that's for sure.
No.
No. Absolutely not. No. Too many of them.
Is it as with the college thing? You said you said you have to go to college first, and then you were kind of saying you don't have to because you could go and be a trade. Is it a bit of a class? A class might not be the right word, but is it a bit of, if you don't go to college, you're suddenly seen as a second class citizen? Is it that kind of divide, or is it kind of fairly open and a lot of people don't, and that's fine?
I think it is fairly open these days. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. It's if you can afford to go to college, you can go to college. College is so expensive.
It's way,
It's
way more than university.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Wow.
you're talking 50 grand.
Yeah, I've seen.
I
The
think
prices.
Yeah,
my kids
yeah.
have both got debts,
Yeah.
and they're going to be paying them off for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of money. I mean, what's the limit here? Is it 9 grand now, or is it 12?
Nine,
No.
9.25 a year, isn't it?
Yeah,
9 and a
something,
quarter
yeah.
a year.
But you only,
Yeah,
but you only have to pay that. You only start paying that off is if you earn over.
25.
Yeah, I was going to say about 24, 25k. So as soon as you hit that, then you have to stop paying it back, don't you?
And it's only 9% of everything over.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking into that now, aren't you?
I'm looking into that now.
Yeah. It's crazy money, and some people they just can't pay it off. Like doctors, they're in debt for 20 years trying to pay this thing off.
Well, I suppose when you look at it, you look at the length of time of your degree. If you're at a 2-year degree, you come out only owing this. If you're like I don't know, sort of lawyer, solicitor, doctor, whatever, you come out having had 5 years of it. You come out owing this much, and there's still, I suppose, no guarantee. I don't know. Is there a guarantee of a job at the end? Because I know that in this country you've got sort of junior doctors and doctors that have qualified, and they're bloody doing like Uber on a weekend just to try and make ends meet because there's literally no jobs.
Pay shit really for what they do.
Really?
I think over here in the UK,
Yeah.
doctors pay shit.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, £15 an hour? I mean, I'm trying to compare it to the US.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But to me, £15 an hour for somebody that's gonna save your
Save your life. Yeah. Absolutely.
Is
Yeah.
that a good
Yeah.
pay?
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? In terms of, I don't know. In terms of the education system, whatever you pay, it's difficult for us to get our heads around it because it was free for us.
Yeah.
It's free for us in terms of, my student loans were a piece of piss to pay back for the education I got. Probably the value for money. I know.
The government thinking, oh, we've been boned here.
Yeah, I technically am guilty of fraud.
Well, if you or I am.
It's like, does
Probably so.
everybody need to go to university or college? I mean,
No.
I've turned out okay, I think. You've turned
Dave.
just joking. No, of course.
No.
you've turned out okay. I mean, I don't know if you guys went to university or college.
Yeah, we tried.
We were there.
Okay, you're doing well. You've both done well.
Yeah, we went. Whether we
Gaz and I
participated.
married well.
Yeah. Whether we participated is another matter, but we went.
Sleeping tonight together.
Again.
Yeah, that little windy house you see out there. Yeah, but to be fair, Steve, I built an extension on the doghouse. Now it's quite nice.
I've got a question for you, Steve. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Do you ask someone else a question?
No, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
That works.
Go on.
Can you name 3 things that, when you look at America and England, 3 things that are better in England and 3 things that are better in America?
What?
And I'm talking about for you and the family, as opposed to just like big stuff like you can own a gun and you can't own a gun.
Wow. You really did put me on the spot, didn't you?
He really did. He gave you absolutely no time to think. Steve, I'll give you 30 seconds to think about that because I don't want you to mess this answer up. Dave, your perception. What's the best thing about America? What's the best thing about the UK? Steve, get thinking.
I'm trying to.
You couldn't have said one thing.
Yeah, I know. Steve, I hope you're thinking now because I'm filling now for you.
Okay,
So,
all right.
Dave, which whiskey do you want?
Either one.
What was the question again?
What's the question?
I don't know what the question was. Yeah.
I'm going to go one at a time. Think of something that when you compare England to America, that's better in England that you wouldn't want to. You wish you had it in America.
Okay.
The driving test.
Okay.
The driving test in America, no word of a lie, takes 10 minutes. Really. When I went for my driving test, I said, okay, how you doing? Good.
Yeah.
Hi. Just go out the parking lot, car park, Like, turn right here, turn left. Okay. Turn right here. Okay, we're done. No word of a lie.
Wow.
Just
10
so I
minutes.
can be clear, are you saying that ours is better or theirs is better? 'Cause I'm not quite
Wow. I'd say yours is more in depth.
What do you mean by yours?
The
Ye-
UK.
Okay.
What do you mean
Not
by
hard to
yours?
figure it out.
You know, but then again, when I've walked the village every day this week,
Village.
and yeah, the village.
The
Sorry.
village.
All sage if anybody
Oh,
lives
YouTube-
around
Oh, that takes me back. The village. The Ville. Are you going to the Ville? Ah.
you know, and I see complete dicks driving.
That's probably Dave.
You know, and it's like I said to Rebecca, I said, you know, the cars here don't have indicators. She said, really? Well, we don't bloody use them.
No, it's a true story, that is, Steve.
You know, so that's number one. Number two, I think taxis are better here.
Okay.
Property taxes over there are absolutely insane. Can I tell you what I pay?
You can.
You can, yeah, if you want.
$5,500 a year.
It's a lot.
If
That's
I don't-
equivalent to our council tax.
that's equivalent to your council tax. If I don't pay
You
it,
don't pay that, do you?
Council tax.
Do you
we
pay
should
that?
pay it. Why
No,
wouldn't you
no,
pay
no. I
it?
mean that much. I mean,
Oh no. God,
No.
no, that's what. No, I know. I know we pay it. You know, Dave. I'm
And
just saying we don't pay that much. I'm
No,
like,
ours
we
is
pay about- it's about
1,500 quid a year.
a bit more than
Well, yours.
well, it depends
yours
what
is
band you're in.
that.
You're in a
A little bit
posh
more than
house.
that, but it certainly ain't
We're
5K.
actually right now in a 5,000 square foot house. He's got a pool outside.
Yeah,
It's a hot tub.
it can double up.
Adam wanted to do the tall boy, whatever, wanted to do the podcast in the hot tub, but I said no.
Yeah. People want to keep their clothes on.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight, guys. I'll be honest
You know,
with you.
so yeah, taxes to me are pretty high over there. And three,
Nailing it.
I'd have to say the education.
Okay.
Education over here. When I was at school,
Were you?
Oh, it's
Okay.
harsh, Dave. It's
Tell
harsh.
you what,
Wow.
He's a guest. He's a guest. Remember?
Treat him well. Treat him well.
can I have a top up, please? I need it. with
Which
Dave.
one do you want? Proper 12.
Put it in there.
Proper poor.
Yeah.
Proper poor.
When I was at school, we used to do about history, you know, the kings, queens.
Keep going.
We used to do no. Jeez.
Well, you wouldn't do about kings, queens in America, would you?
Well, you could have done about King George.
Correct.
But
Dave, what
no,
do you know about King George?
Was he an
They just-
American king?
They
That's Steve.
Was it King George? an
no,
American
he
king?
was the one that taxation without representation. That was all that independent stuff.
Was he the one in Hamilton?
Yes.
There we go. I know all about it.
Jeez.
You watch the stage show.
Is it good?
Beautiful. Have you?
Have you seen
Have you ever
it?
seen
Have you seen it?
It's pretty
Have you?
good.
Okay.
I need to. I do need to watch Hamilton. I need to watch
really
Hamilton.
You see, I didn't
You
fancy
haven't
it.
seen it?
I do fancy it.
I've seen
No,
Hades
I do
Town.
fancy
Hades
it.
Town's quite good, actually, to be fair, if you go down. That's pretty good.
Who?
Hades Town.
The God?
The God Hades,
The
yeah.
God Hades?
Yeah. It's a stage show. It's quite good. Watch it.
No. Anyway,
Don't look at me like I'm not spinning. What was that face? What was that face for? It's good stage show, dude. We watched it in the West End. It's good.
I'm not disputing it. It's just funny. It's just. I
no.
don't know why. It just struck me funny.
Anyway, I was on education.
You were.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I really
He's a guest.
Anyway, Hamilton.
I now wish you think I did just say. give me one thing.
I think we
Education. come on,
Yeah.
Steve.
I'm not being paid enough for this, I'm telling you. Anyway, education over here was more general. It was more worldwide.
Yeah.
You know, and you knew about the world. Over there, it is, like Gaz said, what was it?
Bit insular.
Insular.
Yeah.
My question with that though, dude. Just I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
doing a
God.
gas. I'm doing a gas. I'm interrupted. But the size of the US compared to the size of the UK, is that the nature of the beast? Their education is much more focused on their local history. And I know people are very critical of Americans, for not traveling abroad. The size of the country, the absolute size of the country, is utterly ridiculous
Well,
when you compare it to the UK.
To me, it tells you everything about the US. When each state has its own driving license, each state has its own taxes, each state has its own education system. So you're never going to get the same thing from every American.
Fair enough.
Everything's going to be different.
Yeah, I get that, and it's weird being a UK citizen to think that. I'd say you go to America,
I'm a
you
UK
think
citizen.
that no, absolutely, but there's loads of. You can go to one place in America and you pay state tax,
Yep.
and then you go to another place and you don't, and
Correct.
you go to another place in America and this is allowed, and you go to another place and this isn't allowed, and every state seems to have their own laws and bylaws and everything else
Exactly.
that
And it's
you're allowed to,
nuts.
and it's like that's weird.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, really
it
weird.
would feel strange.
Really weird, yeah.
Like I don't know where it was, but a state has just said that they have to have posters on the wall with the 10 Commandments on.
Louisiana.
It was Louisiana.
It could have been Texas, but Stephen has said that.
Louisiana.
No way is that Louisiana.
But here's the thing, right? Okay,
You don't know that.
No, I know that for a fact. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: when we did Drunken Ramblings with Bo, he could not say Louisiana. Neither could Steve. We've achieved our goal.
What did I say?
It wasn't Louisiana.
No, it was Louisiana. It was.
Well, you say that's close.
Try again?
No, Louisiana has insisted
Louisiana.
you have the 10 Commandments on the wall. I respect that, though, dude. I respect
Yeah. Do you
Who's
agree with that,
Louisiana,
though?
that. 100%.
Why is that?
Why? Because we in the UK, okay. Well, I have no issue if you have another faith. I am a man of God myself. I believe in Christianity, and it's a Christian-based country in the UK. It's a Christian-based country in the US,
Yeah.
and I am absolutely 100% fine with having the 10 Commandments on the wall in every school, because whether you believe in Christianity or not, they are a very good guide to live. Okay, I have no issue with men who sleep with other men. That's not a problem of mine. But the other ones ain't so bad. About not putting men and stuff like that, you know what I mean? In terms of the homosexuality,
I did wonder where he was going with that. I'll be honest.
I got no problem. I got no problems. I've got no problems with that.
Number one, work your way down the 10 then.
I ain't
All
I got a whiskey.
I thought you were going to nail them, man.
But name one.
Thou shalt not kill. Yeah, dude. Thou shalt not lay with another man. Thou shalt not.
Covet thy neighbour.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thou shalt not
That's my
follow Spurs.
entry.
But not everyone's religious, and that is from
No, but
a made up book.
it is.
Sorry,
right.
Well, you say that.
It's no.
That's a whole different episode,
no,
guys.
I agree. I agree. It is lightly made up, but it's a good
Sorry, Auntie Susan.
guy. No, yeah.
Do you think that?
It's a good guy for life, dude.
Really?
Do you think, honestly, is that what? Is that? That's
Look,
a different
it-
episode.
It's headed. Look, it's outdated. I understand that. It's outdated. And it needs
Or maybe
updating.
you should rewrite it.
No,
Tell you what,
but it's-
folks. 73 minutes into a 60-minute episode, we're kicking into religion.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But in terms of morality, dude, I just think it's really important. I do think it's really important.
Oh God.
No, it's not.
I don't.
It's important to me.
I'm not into religion. I'm sorry, but I don't. It's all made up stuff.
I'm not refuting it, dude. He may or may not have existed. It isn't important. In terms of Buddhism, okay. In terms of Buddhism, there's the greater and the
Where did
lesser path.
Buddhism come into it?
But no.
It's not a religion, is it? It's a belief system.
Just hear me out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The greater. Or
You see,
lesser
you've
belief.
started him now,
No,
haven't you?
this is important. This is really important. I mean, in terms of religion, Buddhism gets it absolutely right. There's a greater or a lesser belief. Let's not focus on the words greater or lesser. I don't think
I
that
was
helps
just about
the
to
matter.
ask you what's the
Yeah.
greater and what's the lesser.
No, but in terms of there's the different paths. One path believes the Buddha existed, everything happened exactly as it was, and you have to believe in that. Or there's the other version where none of it actually happened, but it's a really good lesson in life.
Could just go back to where we all on a computer game?
Can we just all
Oh,
no,
don't
not?
start.
Can we
I
just
get in
all-
trouble with that. I've emailed him recently about getting him back on. He's not replied. I'm a little bit glad.
But But can we just like get away from
I'm not
religion
really
and just
sure.
start
I like
talking about like whiskey or drinking or
Anyway,
something?
I thought you were supposed to ask me what I missed.
What have you missed,
What have you
Steve?
missed?
What
Pork
have you missed?
Pie.
Pork pies. Pork pie.
Pork pie.
Have you missed
Pie.
Chatwin's like steak?
Greg's. No, not really.
Greg's.
No.
No. Oh, the Greg's in America.
I actually went, no.
No. What is it in America? You've got like, oh, what's it called? Like your breakfast. You've got Wendy's and Denny's and
Oh,
what's it? You got Dunkin'.
no.
What's like your pastry? Like
McDonald's.
no, because
We have them here.
what's your American equivalent of Greg's? So basically, it's like your sausage rolls, your pork pies, your pastries.
Oh, that's the sewer place down the road.
So there isn't one then.
No, we don't have one.
Do you miss
Seriously.
oatcakes? Do you miss oatcakes?
Oh, God, yes.
Here we go.
I'm still waiting for them.
Hello, oh, dude. You see, he said that his teed is up
Yeah.
now.
What's the title of this episode?
Whiskey and oatcakes. We've tried the
Right,
whiskey.
I've got the whiskey.
He's gonna.
Was it oatcakes and whiskey or whiskey and oatcakes? You two said different things.
Look at the title. Whiskey and oatcakes.
Yeah.
I'll go with that then.
Which one is it then?
Whiskey and oatcakes.
Nice one.
Adam said it wrong.
So, Dave did the cheese, yeah?
Dave.
Dave did the cheese. You mean he actually just went to the shop and bought it?
No, no.
Actually, no.
I didn't actually spend any money. I gave a quick call to my mother and said, before I pick Steve up, could you grate me some cheese, please?
No. But here's the thing. Do you know, grated cheese, when you buy grated cheese from a shop, do you know why it doesn't stick together?
It's plastic.
Wood chippings.
Yeah, it's
Wood.
plastic.
They put wood on it.
Do they?
Fucking wood.
Pudging wood.
No, fucking wood. That's ridiculous. I'm not happy about that.
No.
So, yeah, I respect someone for doing that because basically I text you and say, can you sort us out with some cheese? Basically, I got the cheese out of the fridge, went to look for my grater, dishwasher. I'm not washing it.
You didn't want to pull
You could have asked me, who lives like 10 yards away.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Jen. Let's face it.
Well, you've asked me and it went to my mother. So.
Yeah, fair play.
But to be fair, I don't grate cheese when I make oatcakes. I just slice it.
Yeah,
Could have done
slice.
that.
Yeah.
Well, originally he was going to pick me up
Yeah.
at 1:45. Then it was 10:10. Then my mum.
Then it's 5 past.
Yeah, mum's phone went. He gave me some cheese. I forgot.
Fair play.
How's the football going?
I don't know, I'm cooking.
Let's cook, dude. It's cooking. Oh, nice. Good, nice.
What you got on the hot plate?
He's got a hot plate on. So Steve's going to have some
I need brown
oatcakes.
sauce.
So why have we waited this long for it?
Ketchup or hot?
Brownson.
I've got brown sauce.
Brownson.
I've got some brown sauce. Do you want some brown sauce?
No, Brownson.
Oh, Branston. Oh, no.
Alpha.
Look, it's fucking cheese. Deal with it.
You got any sausage with it? Bacon?
Well, not tonight.
I've got some bacon if you want some.
That's a bit complicated.
No, dude.
Yeah, I see. Adam's he's bigged himself up as this like culinary expert, and then he's like, "Do you want some bacon?" No, I can't bother that.
Listen, I was 15 years a vegetarian. I'm not going to promote bacon eating.
So can I just ask a question then? So is the plan to continue this episode live streaming whilst we cook oatcakes?
We could do 2 episodes, couldn't we?
What you did in the next episode?
So Steve, anything else? Give us something else then. You said pork pies. You said oatcakes. What
Okay.
else? What your third thing that you really miss about the UK?
Oh God.
My brother.
No. No. I think pubs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
good shout. Good shout.
Pub. You know,
You're
my
you're
two moms,
local.
You could go to the pub, 5-minute walk, if that.
You're local.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
local pub.
Nice.
What scares me is in the US, the local pub is 3 miles away, but you still drive.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
No, not at all.
This is one of the things that Bo said when he came over to the UK. It was like the idea of walking somewhere to have a beer. You know, he loved it because where they are, and you know what I mean. It's not the biggest town in the US,
No, you don't have sidewalks.
No.
Pavement.
but yeah,
Oh, that's the second one, ladies and gents.
That's the fifth.
That's the fifth one,
Yeah,
ladies and
that's
gents.
it. When we first went to stay with Steve and Don the first time round, we hired a car. Well, we thought we'd just walk down and get it. No, you can't. There's no way.
No, it's not an option.
There's
You
no
have
way
to
to
get in the
walk.
car to go and hire a car.
Huh?
Exactly.
Oh,
No
yeah.
footpaths.
Pavements.
Sidewalks. Pavement over there is the actual road.
Pavement. Footpath and pavement.
Anyone else want oatcake?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh.
Pavement. Pavement same as a footpath, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not sidewalk.
Pavement over there
Yeah.
is the road.
A pavement's a road.
Here's the thing. Okay. No. Yeah, pavement. A pavement. No, a pavement is a road. It's not complicated. Just.
Pavement's not a road, is it?
Yes,
It is over there.
it is. It's
Is
not
that roads?
complicated.
It's a road.
They,
Is that roads?
they call a pavement a sidewalk. What's confusing? It's got
Yeah, it's not a road, though, is it?
Where's the roads?
Me and you are the same. We're together here for once.
It's the first time.
Not ever.
So do they have roads in America?
They have roads.
But they have two names.
Yeah.
Roads and pavement.
Highway.
Highway.
Interstate.
Right, I'm confused now.
I've never heard it called a pavement.
I've
So
heard it.
pavements,
Fucking hell.
pavements are sidewalks, aren't they? That's right, isn't it?
I'm so glad I'm going to go work tomorrow.
I'm confused now. I'm really confused. Cook those oatcakes,
The
dude.
cookie.
Right. So, dude, pavements are sidewalks.
Oh, I think we're.
Donna, help us out of here.
No, they are.
Do you think she's still listening?
Oh,
Wait,
no.
Donna.
Well, there's at least 8 people that are.
I think that computer made it on.
Donna, we might make
Fair play if you are still listening, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, more
We
for
might
you.
make chicken shop tonight.
Might do what?
Chicken.
Jesus Christ. It's good whiskey, is it, Steve?
Steve, do you want some more?
No,
Are you done?
I'm good.
Okay.
But no, there are. Look, let's just celebrate our differences in terms of there's different names for different things. So in terms, I do think we need to mention though, because we've talked about the differences between the US and the UK.
Right.
But should we not tell folks? There's plenty of folks listening in the UK and the US who don't know what an oatcake is. Should we define that for them? Because Staffordshire oatcakes are very different to the Scottish principle of oatcakes.
What's it to do with the US? Scottish oat cake. Yeah.
Okay.
But oatcakes are a very Staffordshire thing. They're very local.
Thank you,
so-
David.
Because when I go to work in Shrewsbury and I say I'm going to bring or sometimes take
They don't
oatcakes
know what
in,
you're on about.
and they think you want these little round
Like
rock
stotties
solid
or whatever.
things.
Like stotty, yeah,
Yeah.
stotty cake or whatever.
which
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
which
yeah.
is disgusting. And then the oatcakes, and then you say, well, "What's that?" Well, it's a bit like a pancake, but it's not. And what do you do with it? Well, you can put bacon or sausage or cheese or beans, or whatever you want in it. Roll
yeah.
it up, eat with knife and fork, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And they're basically just flour and salt, aren't they? Pretty much.
I always think it was a savoury pancake.
It's not a
Savoury
pancake, though, is it?
It's not a pancake.
Fucking hell! I mean, the pavement's not a road, but you're okay with that, weren't you?
Well, apparently, Alice says it is.
Alice says
I
a
can't
pavement's
even
a
see
paved.
that.
That's Alice saying a pavement is a paved road.
Makes
It
sense.
isn't. A pavement is a sidewalk, basically.
Don't say that.
No, it is. But a pavement is so there's road, and then the bit to the side of the road is a pavement.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Or a footpath. which
Or a
is-
footpath. Yeah.
Thank you, Adam, for the oatcake.
Is that not? I don't know.
Would
Is
you
that?
say that on yours?
No, crack on, kid.
Calm down.
No, right. Oh,
I know one thing. Whenever I visited my old man when he lived in India, it's very hot, David. I
Yeah.
apologize. When my dad moved to India, there's 2 things he missed incredibly. Obviously, all those.
sidewalks and pavements.
Exactly, yeah. No. Oatcakes. Really missed his oatcakes, being a proper Stokey. But he also missed chocolate as well.
Oh, Hershey's.
Well, here's my question. Exactly. That leads us on to the next thing. So, American chocolate and British chocolate, 2 very,
Very different things.
It
things.
varies on the amount of
Salt.
Cocoa.
cocoa. Asshole.
Cocoa. Steve needs to be on every week.
Sorry, Steve.
You might have cocoa you use. Like Hershey's chocolate tastes like vomit. It really does.
No, here's the thing. Right, here's the thing. If you are British,
Yeah.
American chocolate tastes like vomit.
Vomit?
Why?
A lot of salt in it, isn't it? I did
No,
bring plates
it's-
back.
I don't
No,
think
it's
it's
one of the
salt.
well, there's one of the chemicals that they use to make American chocolate, which is present in.
Sick.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does taste like sick.
It
If,
really
if
does.
you're brought up tasting, no, listen to me. Don't give me that look when you're eating your
Well,
oatcake, though,
if
which
you
I've
eat it-
graciously made for
If
you.
you eat it, you do get used to it.
You do. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
brought
the
up with a
thing.
taste, brought up being the
Yeah.
ultimate pun, well done. But yeah,
I like what you did there.
If you're brought up with it, that is the taste that you're used to, so you're fine with it. As an English person, you taste it, and that is what your experience will be. It tastes
Yeah.
like sick.
It really does, guys. Seriously. Don't
Well,
ponder
I've been to America and I've tasted chocolate in America.
Yeah. If you
It's
like
different. It's different than UK chocolate. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I don't remember it tasting like sick. I'll be honest. Just very cocoa rich.
It's exactly the
It
same.
really does.
Very cocoa rich.
I
Very
remember-
like dark, almost like a
Not
dark,
no,
like
no, it doesn't.
like it's a sick. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you.
Don't know about salty.
I wouldn't say salty. Where do you
No.
get salty from?
I'm not sure about salty.
It's very salty. But
It does taste like sick. It really does. Until
Nah,
you
I'm
get
not
used
convinced.
to it. I mean, I like it now.
I
Because
love
I've gotten
American
used to it.
chocolate, yeah.
20
Really?
years.
I do, yeah, I do. Hershey, I love Hershey.
But when I come back here, I love Cadbury's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dairy
Which
milk.
Some people have said have changed. Then
Well, it's made in
Mondelez,
yeah, made in
took over.
Poland. Yeah, it's made in Poland now. It's not made in England.
no.
Well, so in terms of Hershey's, I'll tell you this story. So my brother-in-law Neil played football or soccer in the States, and he played against Hershey's, and Hershey's football team play in a chocolate-covered strip. How cool is that? I think it's
Brown.
pretty good.
Does it not melt when you sweat?
No, it's not. It's not made of chocolate. It's the color. Is chocolate.
Oh, I thought she
chocolate
oh.
colored. Yeah,
chocolate coloured.
The town of Hershey, they play in that. In the
Okay,
chocolate.
I get that. I
It's
get
cool.
that.
is it white chocolate or milk chocolate?
Dude, white chocolate. So.
White chocolate's not chocolate. is
Yeah,
it?
white chocolate.
Oh, you say that? I quite like white chocolate.
I don't like
Yeah,
white chocolate.
You might like it, but it's not chocolate, is it?
Got no cocoa in, has it?
I don't like
It's still
white
chocolate,
chocolate.
though,
Is evil.
I mean, I
Really?
like it, but it's not chocolate.
Can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Don't
Do you
like it.
prefer dark chocolate than white chocolate?
The darker, the better.
Are we getting up for 2 hours?
Literally,
now?
yeah,
Yeah, well,
close. Yeah. But no, we're now an hour and 27, and we've still
Oh,
got
not
9
bad,
viewers, so
Yeah,
we're good. We're
Very
good. Our
Well,
American viewers are doing us a favour.
Yeah,
Just think you shoot that bastard, don't let him back in.
so, in terms of
That was just honest.
Yeah.
in terms of the US, what I love about Americans is the absolute pride in their country, dude.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
No, it is.
I
fair.
agree with that.
That's what I think it's wonderful to see that.
What I don't. Oh God. Okay. Let me back in, please. 2 weeks from today, or week from today, is we agree with you totally, but the rest of the world, you got to think about the rest of the world. You know, it's different.
Hold on.
It's hot.
I think what's the gas is just slobbering everywhere. I think what Steve is saying is that it's one thing to be really proud of your own country,
Yeah.
but when it's at the expense of having any understanding or appreciation of other countries and cultures, then it becomes a damaging thing.
Do you believe that's the case?
What's that?
What Dave just said, that it is the American pride, and I admire it as a huge Hulk Hogan fan. The American pride is at the expense of other countries. I don't believe that it is. I just think it's such a we can't get our heads around how vast the country is.
I can't imagine like the American pride. You fly the flag everywhere.
Like the rainbow one.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
That American pride.
the pride. Okay, the American flag,
Look, we've
The
had whiskey
stars
here.
and banners.
We're in danger of getting in trouble.
the stars and banners.
Stars and
You know,
bars.
yeah, I agree with it. But I agree with the UK flag, the St. George's Cross. But for some reason, when you fly that here,
It doesn't mean the same as you.
No.
no, you get
Doesn't mean the
like
same as me.
when you fly the St. George's Cross here.
It's not the same.
I don't know if I can say it.
You quite often do.
You're not
Not
allowed to
not as
fly it.
yeah, not as patriotic.
Yeah.
Not as patriotic.
It's worse than that. I think it's not so bad now. Go back 15, 20 years.
Partial or racist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got your flying
I
out
didn't
your
want to
bases.
say that, but
No, it is.
it makes you think that.
You get away with it like now. Football's on.
But after that,
But
what's
after
going to
that-
happen?
Yeah, I find it. I don't know whether it's our history and everything that we've done, and unfortunately, the people from the National Front who flew the St. George's flag. I don't know if it's that's tainted it, but
That's the media.
Yeah, 100%. But I totally admire America and the way that they stand behind the stars and bars. I think it's fabulous. And you talked about your kids earlier, pledging allegiance. I am not a fan of the royal family.
Oh, yeah.
I am. No, I am. I am a Republican. 100%. I would love
Okay.
to see Britain as a republic. I would, but just go. On.
I like the royal family. It brings money into the country.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with it or not,
Yeah.
it brings money into the country.
It does. It does. It's
And that's what we
fabulous for
need.
tourism.
And everything is about money. Isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is that right?
When it boils down to it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That sounds like the hot
You-
plate going.
Hot plate's kicking off.
you look at the so the British monarchy as such, and
You eating that
you look
first?
at the amount of money that they generate, and people say, yeah, but it costs the taxpayer this and this and this. But you look at the amount of money that
Yeah.
the monarchy generates globally. It's an astronomical figure.
Oh, Spain are going to win this, aren't they? Sorry.
I'm going to say Spain have won it, and rightly so, because I think they've been the best team in the tournament that I've seen so far.
I haven't really watched it, but
What's the interest? What is the interest in this tournament in the US? Is it any?
No.
Because you've got
none
obviously
whatsoever.
you've got
Really?
I watch it in a grey zone. I have a Fire Stick.
a legal one.
It
No, it's a legal one, Steve.
yeah, it is.
Just to clarify, so you can your green card, permanent residency, that can be taken away if you commit a crime. Is that right?
Correct. But I have a VPN. All right.
Just out of interest, would you ever take the US? Would you ever go for US whatever it is citizenship?
No,
Why not?
I'm proud to be British. Did I slur that?
You did slur it a little, but that's okay. That's very British.
It is really.
They did it
But
for
yeah,
half an
no,
hour, don't worry
I
about it.
would never, ever change my citizenship. Never.
Okay.
I'm proud to be British.
Proud of you, Steve.
Conservative, Labour, Liberal Dem, Green, Reform.
Well,
fuck off.
Forget reform.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'm British, and I always will be.
I
I
would.
don't think I'm proud of that.
No, it's fair play. I think, and this is the thing. You are saluted in the US for being proud of being an American, whereas in the UK, it's a little bit frowned upon, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think you've got in the UK. Genuinely don't think you've got that nationalistic sort of like
it's kind of frowned upon.
yeah,
isn't it, these
like in
days?
America. It's like
Yeah.
if you are openly yeah, I'm American, I'm staunch American. It's almost like celebrated. Whereas in the UK,
You
I
see
think
the
it's a bit like
flag
yeah,
flying
yeah.
everywhere.
absolutely 100%. And I don't think in this country it is. So
And which is sad, really.
Yeah.
You know, you should be proud of who you are.
who you are, where your
What
heritage
whiskey
is,
you
what
drink.
yeah, what
Whether it's Irish, Scottish,
Uh,
Japanese.
Are you empty yet, Steve, or do you want some more, Steve? Are
I'm
you
good.
good? You good? Okay.
How long are we
No,
at now?
He doesn't want anymore.
Just for those people that are not necessarily watching on YouTube, but Spain have just beaten France 2-1.
Yeah.
I think
If you listen to the audio, this game happened 4 weeks ago.
And if you're
And you know the result.
So England are going to play France or Spain?
Well, I'm hoping Spain because Spain have just won.
Based on
I've
what
just
I've
said
just
that.
Okay.
and if you're actually listening to the podcast, you've just paused the match to watch it later. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we are coming to the end of this.
No, we're
episode.
not.
No, we can keep going.
Well, we are.
We can keep going. We can keep going. Gaz needs to go home and do a little bit of work. So
I need to go and do quite a lot of work. I'll be honest with you.
Let's see how
And
pissed we can get him before he goes.
I'm having no more drink.
I can't go anywhere till next week. Quarter of an oatcake left.
We'll come tomorrow. Okay, no problem. So, but I think it's time to wrap this up. Steve, absolute pleasure to see you again. Absolute pleasure.
You know, it's good to be here. I love America. I love the UK. It's best of both.
But which
cultures,
do you like the most?
Which is,
Oh, okay. I'm going to be honest. I think the Labour government are going to fuck us.
Fuckers. I like that.
because the Tories didn't.
Oh, Steve, you
Speaking-
started us already.
but-
Oh my god.
Don't set me off.
I
Don't
think
set me
that
off.
they're on the right path. The Tories had a rough time. They had COVID. They had Ukraine.
Are you listening to
Russia.
this?
They had
How they dealt with it.
who's that?
Are you listening
Who's
to
that
this?
chancellor they had? Dave.
Zelensky.
Well,
Go on.
Well, we have Liz Truss.
Liz Truss,
She was the
basically.
chancellor.
Oh, she's a great.
Yeah.
No.
So
Maybe not.
you know, good luck to us. We're gonna need it.
You're right there.
You're not wrong.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
No. Dave, go on, sum it up for us, Dave. Sum this episode up in just a few short sentences, if you can.
Well, look, it's obviously great to have my brother on the podcast, and it's great for the four of us to be down here recording it in person, face to face as well. So, look, it's been fun. It's been a little bit tipsy. We've had whiskey, we've had a bit of beer, we've had some oatcakes and cheese. What more could you ask for?
100%, dude. 100%. And I think this is what life's on. Life is about this, okay? Life's about sharing connections with people. I wholly believe that. It's not about possessions. It's not about the size of the house you live in. You will not remember this on your deathbed. I promise you. You will not. No, I'm serious. Listen to me now on the old religious front. You won't remember the size of the house that you lived in, the car that you owned. I promise you this. You'll remember the connections you made. And that's why I think is important about episodes like this. Gaz, add your 2 penny worth.
No, it's about experiences, isn't it? It's about experiences and memories. And, I haven't seen Steve in person for perhaps
years.
I don't know when. And it's great to have me in person. It's great to share some memories with him. It's great to pick his brains about what it's like living in America. And you're right, Ad. It's about the memories you take with you, and it's not necessarily about the possessions that you've got. It's about what you remember and what you hold dear to yourself. So I've loved this episode. It's been amazing. It's been great to see Steve and Dave bicker. It's been brilliant as brothers. It's great. It takes me back to Christ, Dave. What we like primary school, like what 3-4 years old or whatever it was. It's like just incredible. So loved it. Loved every minute of it. Wish we could do it again. Steve, if you go back to America, come back soon.
I'm going back.
I know. I'm
We'll see if
assuming.
we
I'm
ever-
assuming you are going back. assuming they let you
We'll
in.
be back
Af-
here.
After what you've said on this episode, I'm not so sure, but we'll wait and see. But come back again, and I'd love to do it again all over. Thoroughly love this episode, and guys out.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Sorry.
No, go for it, dude.
No, it's been a pleasure. It's always good to come back. You see what you miss, and you think things are better, things are worse.
No, it's very true. And to be honest, when Dave suggested having you on the episode, I was like, oh, 100%. It was a really nice idea. It's nice to catch up with you. Nice to drink a few whiskeys with you as well and just enjoy it. And if you think we're done with the whiskey, dude, we're not. As soon as you press, as soon as you press end on this, we're going to drink some more whiskey. Dave,
Well, you say that. I'm not.
Ah!
I've got a bit of work to do, to be fair, so I've got to go. So
I just wish we could get Gaz and Dave to drink more whiskey. They
look,
don't know what they're missing.
Steve, look, you know, I'm more than happy to drink whatever beer you want
Right,
me to
next
drink,
time.
but
Beer,
whiskey.
Next time.
Look, you know, I've known Adam for a number of years. I've known you for a number of years, and Adam will know and back me up. I've never been a massive whiskey drinker, and it's not my massively favourite sort of drink. But if ever you want to drink beer and shoot some shit and do this, that, and the other, then we'll go for it. But yeah, whiskey ain't my liquor, as they say.
I will drink beer next time. How's that?
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, we can drink some whiskey as well.
Yeah.
But no, absolute pleasure to have you on, Steve. Thank you very much. We look forward to the next time you're over here. It's been an absolute delight for me, dude. I've loved hearing your stories. I've loved watching the football in the background, and I've loved drinking the whiskey as well. I'm going to do a little bit more of it, whether Gaz or Dave like it or not. So I will wish you all a good night, and we will see you again the next week that we are recording, which is the next week, and that should be a good episode. I forget the lad's name, but it'll be a good one.